You're in a quiet room, but your head isn't. You're hearing a steady ringing, hissing, or buzzing that no one else can hear. That's tinnitus. And for millions, it's not just background noise, it's a daily battle for focus, sleep, and peace of mind. In that search for relief, one name keeps coming up: Ginkgo Biloba. It's marketed as a natural remedy, a way to calm the ringing and restore quiet. But does it actually work, or is it just another supplement that sounds better than it performs? Let's see what the research really says. For people living with tinnitus, the idea of a simple over-the-counter fix is incredibly appealing. Ginkgo biloba is often touted as a way to improve blood flow to the brain and inner ear. The logic sounds good, but when it's tested under real scientific conditions, that logic falls apart. In one of the biggest studies on the topic, over 1,000 people took Ginkgo and saw no more improvement than those who were taking a sugar pill. I'm Dr. Layne Garrett, founder of Timpanogos Hearing and Tinnitus in Utah. Before we dive into the studies, let's define the basics. Tinnitus is not a disease, it's a symptom. A sound you can hear that no one else can, often linked to things like hearing loss, loud noise exposure, or even something as simple as earwax. Ginkgo biloba, on the other hand, comes from the leaves of one of the oldest tree species here on Earth. It contains compounds believed to act as antioxidants and improve blood circulation. It's been used in traditional medicine for centuries and even prescribed by doctors in some countries. The theory is that better blood flow to the inner ear might reduce tinnitus symptoms. So, does it actually work? To find out, we look at the gold standard in medical research, a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study. In these studies, participants are randomly assigned to receive either the real supplement or a placebo. Neither the participants nor the researchers know who's getting what. This design removes all biases and is especially important with subjective conditions like tinnitus, where the placebo effect can be powerful. A 2024 meta-analysis confirmed that patients often report improvement even with inactive treatments simply because they believe something is helping. That's why this level of research is so critical. When we look at the collection of high-quality research on Ginkgo biloba for tinnitus, the pattern becomes clear. Most rigorous studies showed that it performed no better than the placebo. One of the most significant trials, published in the British Medical Journal, studied 1,121 people for 12 weeks. Half of the people took Ginkgo biloba extract Li1370, while the other half took a placebo. The result? No significant difference between the two groups. In fact, 34 people in the Gingko group reported feeling better compared to 35 people in the placebo group. The Cochrane collaboration, a trusted source for unbiased medical reviews, looked at multiple studies and concluded in 2022 that Ginkgo biloba likely has little to no effect on tinnitus severity or quality of life. I know that's not the answer you were hoping for, but if you're someone who values truth over hype, especially when it's hard, hit that subscribe button. We'll keep it real every time. Let's talk about how things can get a little more complicated than that, though. Not all Ginkgo supplements are created equal. Many store-bought versions aren't standardized, so the amount of active ingredients varies wildly. However, a specific extract, EGB 761, has shown a little more promise in the research. A 2011 systemic review focusing only on EGB 761 found some evidence that it may help reduce tinnitus severity. So what do we do with this? On one hand, large, high-quality trials and major reviews show no effect. On the other hand, a group of smaller studies focused especially on EGB 761 suggested there might be a benefit. The key word here is suggest. The evidence is mixed and not definitive. Many of the positive studies have been criticized for issues like small sample sizes, which makes it hard to draw a firm conclusion. So while EGB 761 Ginkgo biloba might be more promising than generic Ginkgo, the overall proof is still considered inconsistent. When evidence is mixed, we turn to clinical guidelines from major medical bodies. The American Academy of Otolaryngology recommends not using Ginkgo for tinnitus. Why? Because even if the benefit is questionable, the risks are real. Ginkgo can cause side effects like stomach upset and headaches, and it might interfere with blood clotting, especially for people taking aspirin or blood thinners. Bottom line, it's not worth the risk for such uncertain results. We've covered a lot of science here. Now we want to hear from you. Have you tried Ginkgo for tinnitus? Did it help? Share your story in the comments below. Just remember, this isn't medical advice. Always talk to your doctor before trying any new supplement for any reason. The good news, you don't have to try to figure out tinnitus alone. There are treatments backed by real science and get real results. Whether it's cognitive behavioral therapy, sound therapy, or new technology like bimodal neuromodulation, the path forward does exist. You just need someone who knows how to guide you through it. At Timpanogos Hearing and Tinnitus, we've spent over 20 years helping people turn down the volume on tinnitus by using real science, not wishful thinking. As one of the first modern tinnitus specialty centers in the United States, we've seen how life-changing the right tinnitus treatment plan can be. If you're in Utah and looking for answers, or if you just want to learn more, you can check out the links below to schedule a visit with us or explore our online learning center. We'd love to help. Tinnitus might be loud, but with the right plan, we can make it quieter. Let's take that first step together.